Greetings. In this second video, we discuss about the protocol format for your dissertation, your thesis. So generally there are certain sections in the protocol. There are the initial pages which describes your degree, your name, your guides and co-guides, and the title of your thesis. Subsequently, there is an introduction which lays the groundwork of what your thesis is all about. Then there is a review of literature which goes into depth of the thesis. Then there are aims and objectives, followed by the methods, which includes how you are going to do the analysis and what are the ethical considerations in your thesis. Then there are references and appendices. So this is the general format of what the different sections of the thesis are. Now the introduction, it gives a broad sweeping outlook of the thesis, and it is of only a few pages. It just describes the kind of topic in a generic sense so that novice reader will be able to understand what is the thesis about. The audience of this section is someone who is interested in the topic, but not aware of the nitty-gritty and is not an expert in this topic. So you write to the sensibilities of your potential audience, and it will be easily imbibed by them. It builds to the rationale of the research. So the end part of your introduction should build somewhere towards what is not known, what should be done, what should be researched. So it lays a groundwork of your method section. Right. So the review of literature, it presents the current evidence and understanding pertaining to the research that you are planning to do. It should have a flow and coherence and some kind of a structure, and it tells you what is known in this particular field, so that you need not repeat what is already known, but you are also aware of what the different methodologies people have used to do research in this field. So this section kind of sums up what different research is available. It should not be too voluminous. At the same time, it should not be too concise as well. Then the next section is methods. It clarifies how you're going to do your research. It provides step-by-step clarity about the context of your study. What is the setting of your study where the research is going to be done? What is the design of the research that you are going to undertake? For example, whether it is cross-sectional design, whether it is it is a cohort study, whether it is a retrospective study, whether it is a randomized controlled trial. So what kind of design of this research is? Then it also tells you about the participants of the study. What are your inclusion and exclusion criteria? It also tells you about the processes that are involved. That is, what is the procedure that you are going to do to conduct your research. It also tells you about the instruments, the various instruments, methodologies, the procedures that, and what the questionnaires or in other aspects of instruments that are going to use to calibrate the findings or to record the findings. What is your statistical analysis plan is also mentioned in the method section, and the ethical consideration is also mentioned in this method sections in the protocol. Then the protocol also has some references. A list of references from the introduction, review of literature, and methods should be presented. There are various references format that are available. For example, Vancouver, which is the numbered reference format, or Harvard reference format, which is the authorial type of reference format. And then there are other reference formats as well. You should follow one reference style consistently. You should not jump between numbered and authorial across in the document. It should be following one particular style in a consistent way. Then there are appendices. This includes the things that are useful for the reader to refer to. For example, the consent forms, the instruments or the questionnaires that you are going to use, and the analytical methods that are being used in your thesis. So with this, I'd like to thank you for your attention, and let's move on to the next one. Thank you.